Hello, dear students. Very good morning to all of you. I hope all of you are fine and doing well and great at home. I hope all of you are working well and preparing all the books and understanding concepts very well within the same day as taught by the teachers. So, this is our subject OC. And we are running on chapter number 4th, and this has been our lecture number 7. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss all about the linear organization. In last lecture we discussed different forms of organization, that is linear organization, functional organization, formal organization, informal organization, and lastly matrix organization. So today in this lecture we are going to discuss about the linear organization. See, the type of organization which is decided by the management is based on their nature, their size and their need of the working. So it may happen that sometimes they are using a simple structure like line organization, while sometimes they are using a specialized structure like matrix organization. But here the main thing is that the efficiency of the organization should be maintained and their growth should be well. So on basis of that they are adopting a different type of organizational structure. But at a one time they are following or they are accepting one organization only. It means if they are using a linear organization, then throughout the whole organization they are following linear organizational structure only. If they are following functional organization, then also throughout the organization, whether it is small or large, they are using the functional organization itself. So same way, let us start discussing about linear organization. First of all, meaning. Linear organization is the most simple and ancient type of organization. Since many years it has been used in army, and so it is also known as army organization. In this kind of organization, the centralization of power is done on top level. The distribution of power and responsibility is done in straight line from top to bottom level. As the distribution of power is in straight line from top to bottom level, it is called linear organization. In this, each employee is answerable to his or her superior authority. In this type, higher degree of power can be seen on top level and lower amount of power is seen on bottom level. Almost all the necessary things which are necessary to understand the particular type of organization is given in first paragraph itself. Here they have mentioned everything about the origin, working and the methods of that particular organization in this first paragraph itself. Linear organization is the most simple and ancient type of organization. It means this kind of organizational structure is exist from the very starting of the business activities, or we can say from the economic activities itself, because it is the most simple, because there is only a single line of authority that starts from top and ends on bottom. So the authority and responsibilities moves from top to bottom, and it is very easy to understand and easy to formulate also. That's why it is the most simple and ancient type, because it has been used for so many years in different type of organizational, in different type of sectors also. Like here it is given that since many years it has been used in army, and so it is also known as army organization. It means that linear organization is used in army also. Even today, when we are saying that in the army there are the linear organizational structure is following. They are having a single line of authority starting from the head of all the three wings, and then colonels and majors and brigadiers and lieutenant and commandos. But they all are in a single chain from top to bottom, where the top level authorities are making a plan or strategies. Basically, the word strategy is also come from the army itself. It is the word of war strategy. But nowadays we are using this word in business also. Same way, the linear organization is many years it has been used in army, and that's why it is also known as army organization. Line this statement because it may be asked in either 1 mark or in MCQ that which organization is also known as army organization. Then we have to write that linear organization is also known as army organization. In this kind of organization, the centralization of power is done on top level. Since in principles of management we discussed about the centralization and decentralization, that when the authority lies on the hands of a very few people or at the top level, concentrated on a top level only, then it is centralization. So same way in linear organization also, all kind of decision, that is policy decision or strategy decision or rules and regulations and codes and conducts are framed by top level of management, and that's why the centralization of power is done on top level. The distribution of power and responsibilities is done in straight line from top to bottom level. So it may happen that the distribution of power is done from the top level authorities to the middle level authorities, and from middle level authorities to bottom level authorities. We discuss about the levels of management in very first chapter, that is nature, scope and of management. In that there are basically 3 levels, and we have seen the pyramid of this particular levels of authority. Like top level, they are having the board of directors, general manager and executive, means managing director. Then at bottom level we are having different departmental heads, divisional heads and experts, and at bottom level we are having supervisor, foreman and jobber. So same way here, the distribution of power and responsibility is done in straight line from top to bottom level. It means highest authority lies or concentrated at the top level management. Board of directors, general manager and everything, means all those who are in the top level are taking the decisions related this particular things, and they are distributing power as required. Not all the powers they are giving to their subordinates, but they are giving power on the basis of requirement from top level to bottom level. So the distribution of power is in straight line from top to bottom level. It is called a linear organization. So if it is asked in a 1 mark that what is linear organization, in this structure each employee is answerable to his or her superior authority. It means it is also called accountability. Each employee is answerable. It means whether it is the middle level management or bottom level management, and even top level management is also answerable to different stakeholders, that is shareholders, government and society at large. But middle level management is answerable to the top level management, because top level management is the immediate superior authority, while bottom level management is answerable to middle level management, because middle level management is the superior authority of bottom level. So here in this particular linear organization, as authority and responsibility moves from top to bottom, each and every employee is answerable or accountable to his immediate superior authority, and they have to submit the reports and work and everything to their superior authority itself. In this type of organization, higher degree of power can be seen on top level and lower amount of power is seen on the bottom level. Line this statement also. In this type of organization, higher degree of power can be seen at top level. That's why this organization is called a centralized organization, where the top level authorities are taking decision regarding each and every activity of the management, while the lower level management is just, or we can say the bottom level management is just implementing these decisions, and sometimes they are having a very less exercise of power. So everything regarding this linear organization is given here. Dear students, remember one thing, this question can be asked in 3 marks only, and you have to write the full portion which we are going to discuss today in your answer specifically. Don't think that it is too long to write, but you have to write to grab a good marks. Now let us discuss about the formation. Basically the formation is what we are seeing below this formation in a diagram. How this formation is done is given in a theoretical terms in point number 4.3.1.2 and practical term in this particular diagram. So let us start. In this type of organization, entire business unit is classified in different departments. As per each section or area, a separate departmental head is appointed. This departmental head is answerable to the superior head of his or her own area. The area head is given all the necessary power needed as per his or her department. In this type of organization, division is not done according to the work but according to departments. Hence, it is also known as departmental organization. The linear organization structure can be best seen with the help of the following diagram. Now let us start discussing about the theoretical part. In this type of linear organizational structure, entire business unit is classified in different departments. As here we can see that there are different classifications like production department, administrative department and sales department is there. So first of all, the entire business unit is classified in different departments. Next, as per each section or area, a separate department head is appointed. It means for production department, we are having a production departmental head, or we can say the production manager. For administrative department, we are having the administrative head or administrative manager, while for sales department, we are having the sales manager or sales departmental head. This departmental head is answerable to the superior head of his or her own area. If we are seeing over here, then as the departmental heads are there, that is production department, administrative department and sales department, they are directly answerable to the general manager, because the general manager is the immediate superior authority of that particular area, or the departmental heads are answerable to his immediate superior authority, and that is general manager. The area head is given all the necessary power needed as per his or her department. See, this is the thing why it is called the centralized authority. Here, the area head is given all the necessary power needed as per his or her department only. It means the power to order or power to instruction or authority to take work is lies in the hands of the board of directors and all those who are in the top level only, while the middle level management is having the power to control their own department only. But here one thing is there, once the power and authority is distributed to these departmental heads, now they are free to take decision by their own, and with that particular decision they can take care of their particular department and they can see all the activities and growth of the department as per the necessity. So these departmental heads are answerable to superior head. That's why some after perfect interval of time they have to give answers to their superior authority, that is general manager, regarding his or her work, and along with that they are having the full authority and power so that they can rule their own department and take all the decision necessary for the betterment of the department. Next, in this type of organization, division is not done according to the work. See here, the division is not according to the work, because in production department also we are having different work like purchase officer and production officer, and under that also there are some of the lines of authorities are there. That's why it is not done on the basis of the work, but the division is done according to the departments, that is specific department like production, administrative and sales department, and hence it is also known as departmental organization. Now here the one thing is that in last to last examination it has been asked that why the linear organization is also called as a departmental organization, or the linear organization is also called departmental organization. Explain the statement. Then in 2 marks you have to write all these 5 lines which we discussed in the formation of the linear organization, because if you read it once then you will be able to understand that from the very starting of this particular point up to the end, each and everything is focused on the department and not on the activities, and that's why the linear organization is also known as departmental organization. Now, the linear organization structure can be best seen with the help of the following diagram. First of all, in linear organization, the highest authority is the board of directors. As we discussed in first chapter itself, that the top level management is the supreme authority of the business organization and they can select the general manager and chief executive officer. So among this board of directors, they are giving powers to the general manager for ruling the organization. Now this general manager is answerable to board of directors, while all those under the general manager like different departmental heads are answerable to general manager. Now first of all we are having a production department in which the line of authority moves from top to down in a manner that in production department, first of all the production head or the production manager is there. In that there are 2 sections. One is a purchase officer who is having their own clerks who are working for them, and clerks are answerable to purchase officer and purchase officer answerable to production departmental head. In second section we are having production officer. Under that there is a supervisor, and that there is a foreman, and lastly workers. So workers are answerable to foreman, foreman answerable to supervisor, and supervisor answerable to production officer. In this way, the authority and responsibility is also distributed among these particular persons or particular positions according to the necessity, and not the whole authority is given to them. Now secondly, we are having administrative department, in which also we are having two sections. Administrative officers, they have their own clerks, and accounts officers, they have their own clerks who are preparing accounts for the organization. Sales department. In sales department, we are having again two sections, sales officer and advertisement officer. Under sales officer there are salesmen, and under advertisement officer there are employees. Along with these particular three departments, the organization is having so many other departments also. But here, due to the limitation of page, and it is easy to understand with the help of these three different departments, we are not going to discuss each and every department in this particular section. But you may write some other departments also for the better understanding. Now, in linear organization, the greatest power is seen with the board of directors. They take policy-based decisions. The general manager is assigned necessary powers from them. The general manager is the main administrative head whose work is to ensure that the lower employees follow the task and decisions taken by the board of directors. The above given chart is divided into production department, administrative department, and sales department. Three parts. As per the important work in each department, purchase, production or sales officer etc. are appointed. Such officers carry the entire responsibility of their own sections. Under such officers, supervisors, foremen and clerks etc. work. Under the foreman, workers work. In this way, linear organization ensures power from top to bottom and responsibilities flow on from bottom to top level. Now here in this paragraph we can see that all the things which we already discussed in the above diagram is given. But for the sake of better conveniency and understanding, let us discuss it once again. In linear organization, the greatest power is seen with the board of directors, as we have already discussed that. Board of directors are the elected members by the shareholders and promoters who are following or who are focusing on all the activities of the business which is running in the organization. They take policy based decision, so their main work is regarding take policy decision and intellectual work. Amongst them, they are choosing the general manager, and the general manager is assigned necessary powers from them, and the general manager is the main administrative head whose work is to ensure that the lower employees follow the tasks and decisions taken by the board of directors. This is the same way like in our democratic economy also. Here every time we are seeing the prime minister, and sometimes the thing comes to our mind also that either whether the prime minister is only the person who can take all the decisions. No, there are some of the team, like the team of their suggestion committee, who are giving suggestion on different issues. Like in suggestion committee, they are having the persons from different streams, like from economics, from accountancy, then from moral science, from social science, and different sections, and they are giving suggestions and consultancy on the different issues which are faced by the economy. Now the Prime Minister is just the face, or we can say just the mask of all those who are working behind them. And sometimes it may also happens the team or the party from where they are belonging is also exert some kind of powers on them. It means whether it is there or not, the like in today's ruling party, the BJP is the authority who are giving some kind of instructions and suggestions, and based on that instructions the PM has to follow. Same way in business also, the general manager is assigned necessary powers from them, means from the board of directors. The general manager is the main administrative head amongst all those board of directors who are basically working for the betterment of the organization, and they are policy taker or decision maker. The general manager is also one of them, but then also now the work of general manager is to ensure that the lower employees follow the task and decision taken by the board of directors, because basically the board of directors are making the policies and designing the strategies to be followed. Now the main work of general manager is to see that the activities of the middle level and bottom level is in the line with the authority and responsibility or not, or we can say their main work is regarding the monitoring of all these activities, that whether they are working as per plan or not. So they are the administrative head who is looking behind all these activities. The above given chart is divided into production department, administrative department and sales department, three parts, like we discussed last time also, that it is the three department only which shown here, that is production, administrative and sales. You have to write all these things along with the diagram in your fair book and in examinations also. As per the important work in each department, purchase, production or sales officers are appointed. As we discussed that in each department the departmental heads are appointed by the general manager and board of directors. Like for purchase department, the purchase departmental heads, production departmental heads, or for sales officer or sales departmental head is appointed. Such officers, now what is the responsibility of these officers or these departmental heads? Then such officers carry the entire responsibility of their own sections. It means they are having all the rights, powers, authorities and responsibility regarding their department only. The working of the department is under these departmental heads. All kind of decision which are in the favorable or which are in the favor of organization, the decision creates the growth of the particular department will be taken by these departmental heads. Now the profit or loss, efficiency or inefficiency, effectiveness or ineffectiveness, proper working or not, etc., all the things comes under these departmental heads, and they are responsible for the working of their departments only. Under such officers, it means under each and every departmental heads, after each department we are having different departmental heads. Under that departmental heads we are having different officers like purchase officer, production officer, administrative officer, accounts officer, sales officer, advertisement officer, etc. Now such officers carry the entire responsibility of their own sections. Means the accounts officer is carry the activity or responsibility of his full account office. Now such officers carry the entire responsibility of their own sections. Under such officers, supervisors, foremen and clerks, etc. work. Like here we can see in the production officer, the supervisor, foremen and workers are working. Under the foreman, workers work. So, under officer, supervisors, clerks, salesmen, employees are working. Under the supervisor, the foreman is working, and under the foreman, the workers are work. In this way, linear organization ensures power from top to bottom and responsibilities flow on from bottom to top level. Line this statement also. In linear organization, powers move from top to bottom level while responsibilities flow on from bottom to top level. Now, the last and most important paragraph is that here in your examination it can be asked that which kind of organization are using linear organization, or this kind of structure is more favorable in which kind of organization. So answer is such kind of structure is more favorable where there is a small size of the organization. It is obvious that the centralization can happen in small size of organization only, and the work area is also limited, because then and then the particular departmental head or the board of directors can monitor each and every activity. So first one is a small size organization, second one is a where limited work area, and the problem of control and discipline are also limited. So in such kind of organization, the linear type of organizational structure is useful. With this particular section, today we are concluding our session over here. In next session, we will discuss about the second point, that is the functional department, or we can say functional organization itself. Thank you very much, class.